Alright, YouTube, I am excited to bring this one to you. I know it's been a little while since I blasted y'all with something, and it's been too long since I updated this Patriots ebook, so I'm going to give you some fire out of the empty Ace Patriot today. And this is going to be perfect to pair with the single back bunch ace that I put out previously. I'm going to have some gameplay at the end that shows me using the two of them in tandem and slipping into U-trips a little bit as well. So you see, we're going to just streak this wide receiver. And more often than not, I put the tight end closest to the boundary on a hitch. So we're going to have the streak, we're going to have the crosser, the hitch, and the deep dig behind the crosser as our reads. But the streak is bombing just about everything. You see it right here. And now eventually you guys are going to start having to play with a lot of DBs, trying to figure out how to stop this passing game, and then we just audible right on down to single back bunch ace and beat them up with that. So these really work very well together, and it's very, very difficult to stop. Now the RB, if you put him on a fade, you do get more space against some zones. So if that's necessary, then you can do that as well. But for the most part, I'm using a hitch, and it works just fine. But you'll see here in practice, I actually use the fade a lot, just so that we can get through it a little bit quicker. And we're gonna go against every coverage just like we do with the other ones. And y'all gonna see how we beating everything. Absolutely everything. And like I said, we have great routes underneath. So we can always come down to the crosser, we can always come to the deep dig. Those two we don't change. The whip sometimes I'll change to a comeback, and the tight end is either gonna be a fade or a hitch. More often than not. There you go. You see, just easy touchdowns against everything. We got a couple that look a little more contested, but we going over the top. And y'all know this whole Patriots ebook has been done with the Chiefs, so there's no reason to switch it up. And you can always try it with other teams. You got other teams that got some speed out there. You got the Panthers, got a whole lot of speed. You got Henry Ruggs out there in Oakland. So here we go. We're just going to stick with this empty Ace Patriot and just keep giving it to him. And the play we're using is called tight end cross. And of course, this is a conceptual thing. So I mean, you can set this up out of anything. But I love that crosser. Now in game, the other thing I'm doing is I'm typically swapping the tight ends because I want Kelsey on the crossing route there. But I don't mind him where he is, and there's a few snaps in game where I keep him right there in the middle, because you'll see some of the or one of the complementary plays. There are two complementary plays. One I like more than the other. I actually put that guy on an in route, a quick in. So having Kelsey on a quick dig is definitely not a bad look either. And you see there, we actually had the bomb open. We're just looking to see what kind of space that cross was getting. So we up against cover one now. So cover one is a little bit, cover one's probably the one that gives us the most trouble. So you're going to want to look for your underneath routes, or you're just going to want to go ahead and audible to one of the other plays. Because we got a complementary play that features zigs, and we got another one that features out routes. And zigs and out routes from in close. Like if you're on the outside, your outside receiver, they ain't the greatest. But when you're in close, zigs and out routes are really good this year. And of course the backside dig's nice. Now the backside dig isn't as strong as some, because this is actually going to be a running back out there on the running that route. So for that reason alone, Carolina would be good for this offense because Christian McCaffrey is a great receiving back. You could do Alvin Kamara too, but the receivers on the Saints are slow as hell. So, I mean, unless you only plan to throw the dig, you probably don't want to use New Orleans. So I would say Carolina is probably the move. The Chiefs running backs aren't the greatest receivers. Lev Bell, I think, has the best receiving numbers as far as the Chiefs go. So if you're going that route, then you probably want to look at making sure Lev Bell is in the game. I always put Williams in because to me, is the best overall back. But if I found I had to hit that dig repeatedly, I would probably put Lev Bell in that position. That was thrown late. But like I said, cover one gives it trouble. We're going to have to move on. I don't want to stay here on cover one for too long. So you see here, I just put it in Tyreek to see if that little bit of speed difference gets him over the top of cover one, and it doesn't. So cover one really just ends up being the one defense that you really ain't trying to throw the streak against, unless your opponent is using that man covering the streak. Other than that, you want to be looking to one of the complementary plays or one of the other routes below. And you see A does a good job, but you don't want to wait too late to pass it. You want to pass it to A when he has space. Oh, Miko went and grabbed that one. So, hey, if you get the timing right, you can do it. But it's definitely one of the more difficult ones. Oh, here we go. So you know what it is? If you can step up and left in the pocket, you cut down the space and you give your quarterback a better trajectory to get it off. Pat also does have his X factor lit up, so that could be doing it. But yeah, there. So if you get A quick enough, you're definitely gonna have an easy 10 to 12 yard catch. Let's look at A wide open. Look at B coming on the backside. Yeah, see, so it's definitely a good progression underneath that streak. Now we can go ahead and do it against different coverages. Alright, so I had to come inside. My kids are sleeping, so I gotta be a little bit quiet. But man, it was loud out there with the dogs and the vehicles and stuff. Alright, so this, I believe, is cover 4 drop. Yeah, it is. So cover 4 drop, you're really looking at the things underneath. And we got things to be cover 4 drop in other formations, mind you. But let's see what we get into here. Yeah, the deep dig finds a lot of space against cover 4 drop. Alright, let's keep it moving along though. This is going to be a pretty long video. We don't want to make it longer than it has to be. Grab that tight end cross. Oh, hold up. Yeah, okay. Forgive me, this was recorded some time ago. You know, wish I could record while I play, but I don't always have time to. Also, we just checking some of the other things here to show you that with cover 4 drop, it's very easy to chew up once you get deep routes pushing those zones back. You're gonna have things wide open underneath. So you may not bomb it every time, but you can definitely make some moves against it. Alright, so now this is cover 4 quarters, and you can see we roast quarters. I mean, it doesn't stand a chance. You see that deep safety, he dives down hard, and I mean, I think my grandmother could run past him and score this touchdown. Watch it again. Watch the deep safety right above Miko. See how he dives down and in? But he turns late and just puts himself in a horrible position to end up covering that streak. And that's a consistent thing. Watch, you're gonna see it here again. Yep, there he goes. Over the top. Easy money. And that's cover 4 palms. I said quarters. It's cover 4 palms. We're gonna do quarters next. Here we go. We're gonna keep it moving along nicely now. And we got some gameplay at the end of this too, so yeah, make sure y'all stick around so you can see this in action. Cause it's pretty, especially when you start combining it with everything else. You see that? Quarters gonna get beat the same way. That's why I forgot which one it was. They both got roasted. But yeah, when you see it in action, mixed in with the other plays and being able to audible to and from single back bunch ace, it's really, really amazing to watch it. And I mean, I only labbed it for as long as you're seeing here. And then the 2 games that I'm going to show, well, there's 1 pass from 1 game. These are the first 2 games I ever played with the offense. And you'll be able to see I was very, very efficient. I was very successful with the offense. And you just imagine, I mean, if you use this as a primary, the more time you put into it, you start to develop other plays, you start to figure out your reads and your timing. This thing can be absolutely fire with the Patriots playbook. And now I've given you a setup out of U-trips that's different from how people are using it. I've given you single back bunch ace, which most people aren't really using that much. I've given you empty Ace Patriot, which I don't know how popular that is either. So if you're somebody who has a U-trip setup, like one of the Madden ones, or bunch with the Pats sale, split, close, any of those Meta Patriot things, even a slot offset, you got a lot that you can pair with those things. And a slot offset, the personnel is the same as this in single back bunch ace. So you could make a fire mini scheme if you are one of those Patriots users. And I tell everybody that comes to ask me about my ebooks, the first thing I tell them is look at the free stuff I got on YouTube. You may very well find what you want there. But I mean, if you want one of the ebooks, by all means, check me out on Patreon, check me out on Payhip, because the ebooks are off the chains. Anybody that runs my ebooks can tell you, everybody get lighting up. They hold CFMs and mutts and everything. But by all means, I mean, this Patriots ebook that we putting together here will get the job done. There's no doubt that this will get the job done. So here we go, the streak again. Just killing everything over the top. And you're gonna see, it worked in game. I probably hit that streak. I hit it once in the first game, and then I just aborted that game because I didn't really have anything else going on. I ended up getting smoked, I won't lie, but I was just doing a bunch of ignorance. Sorry, I don't know if y'all know what that means. And then the second game, I decided I would stick to what I know and try to rock it a little bit, see how it went. Actually, I ended up losing that one too. Dude hit a 2-point conversion at the end of the game to beat me by 1 point. But we scored on every possession, and it was fire. It was absolute fire. So now we're just gonna take a quick look at single back ace close. You know, how the 2 audible between each other. Probably be about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we'll get into the gameplay. Now I took my chances and came back outside for the gameplay because I really don't want to have to be as quiet as I need to be when I'm inside. Because to me, to be completely honest, the gameplay is exciting. Still not ridiculously loud, but I figure I could be somewhat quiet. I mean, the birds are a nice background music, and then maybe I should do it at night when the crickets and tree frogs are singing. Yeah, that would be really nice. But you know, if it wasn't for the trucks and the bikes and stuff, it would be perfect. The neighbor's dog at least shut up, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But you see how smoothly the 2 audible between each other? And check, I actually have the 3 receivers on the boundary side. Typically when you run an offense like this, you want to give more space to the side with the most receivers. But this streak setup absolutely works better when you have the 2 wide receivers to the field and the 3 to the boundary. So that's how we're gonna run it. If you come up with a better setup, go for it. But this is my setup and it works. It works perfectly for me. So I'm gonna keep doing it this way. Any y'all that seen my single back bunch ace, y'all know this play. This is like my go-to. This is my bread and butter out of single back bunch ace. And that was something that developed over time because I think I started out using double cross mostly. And then after, I don't know, a week or two, this PA cross was just like impossible not to have it be my go-to. It was amazing. And I don't know, at some point I might get myself back into the Patriots book and use it because it really is fire. And I'm talking about outside of all the meta stuff. Like you don't see me use any meta plays. You do see me use a meta formation in U-trips, but I'm using a play that dudes ain't using, and I'm using a setup that dudes ain't using. So I'm giving you this full Patriots offense that you can absolutely slaughter dudes with. And you still can go ahead and, like I said earlier, combine it with a myriad of other things because we know the Patriots is full of great offense, great meta offenses, if that's your thing. Alright, I think we should be wrapping this up and getting to the gameplay. We got about 10 minutes left. The gameplay doesn't show any defense, so fortunately you're just going to be able to see the offense at work. And the offense puts in pretty work. In a few minutes. Dang, I was doing this longer than I thought. But that's okay. The more film, the better. Y'all gonna be surprised. The streak actually looks better in-game, to be honest. Okay, so here we go. This is the first game. And you're only gonna see one snap out of this. Because like I said, after this, it was really downhill. The main thing I was doing in this game was I wanted to come just do one drive. And I wanted to just hit that streak. So truthfully, I should have got out of the game once I did hit the streak because it wasn't nothing pretty after that. But anyway, you'll see. I mean, that's an easy one. Like, the streak definitely works, right? So now this second game, this is the one where you're going to be able to see the offense properly. You're going to be able to see me in the empty set a little bit. You're going to see single back bunch ace a little bit. And you'll see me motioning, audibling, between the two. And then I even get into wide trips for a handful of snaps. One of them is going to be pretty fun, actually. But I don't want to spoil it. So here we go. So we're audibling down to single back bunch ace. And we're going to set up our go-to. Put Y on a drag, RB on a wheel. And then just make your reads. I could have hit the running back, to be honest. But I wanted to get one down the center of the field. Because he had the wrong defense called. And we had time. So now we're going to set our audibles in ace close. Because there's a couple other things we like to have in there. But we're going to jump right back into empty Ace Patriot. We're going to grab tight end cross. And we're going to start giving them the work now. So cover 2 man. Now the interesting thing you'll see about man when it plays against this. Oh, we're going back to single back ace. But what you'll see, cover 2 anyway. And you would have seen it in practice when I was in the lab. Is that cover 2, the man that's covering the streak, like he reacts late or something. And he just gets smoked. I mean, you're going to walk past your man when they play cover 2. And man 2 under is popular defense. But it's just easy. Now, I threw that too early. I got a little anxious. And that's what happens when you first in these new offenses. You know, you make stupid mistakes. And I absolutely am guilty of that. But I settled down quickly, though. I think I ended up missing maybe 3 or 4 passes this whole game. Look at that. Now that's a touchdown. Yeah, see? And he got to know what's coming. Because when you see Bermy style up on your screen, you got to know he coming with fire. Y'all see I put Bermy style behind my offenses? That means I got something in this formation that's going to bomb everything. And most of my formations have something in them that bomb everything. So when y'all see that name, this is one of the complementary plays I absolutely love. And all you gotta do is put RB on that dig, so you get the whip, you get the short dig and the deep dig. And y'all already know I like the 2 digs and something else below it. When I have a running back, I like a delay route, but the whip works since it's an empty backfield. And here we go again. And 2-minute warning, was it? No, and the first quarter. Oh, 2-minute warning. Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot I'm cutting up defense. I'm like, why was that so fast? All right, don't mind me, I'm bugging. So now we're gonna audible the other way, from single back up to empty. And you see, you can actually set your audibles while your players are running around. So the streak and the hitch are ready. And here he is. He's still thinking that man 2 is gonna work. That man 2 is not gonna work. We'll take that every time. So now we come out and empty. We're not even playing around. Get your defense right or take 7, bro. Like, come get this smoke. Yeah, you want the smoke. Dive and catch. Touchdown. Yeah, you're gonna have to play a different defense, man. So let's see. Oh, this was the end of the first half. He thought he had me. So I went to that U-trips, the bomb. He's in cover 4 quarters, and all I had to do was buy Reek a little bit of time. He got over the top, and it was money. I won't lie, I got loud and excited when I saw that one. Like, when I knew I was gonna hit it, man, wish the Cowboys got me that excited. It's been a while. But anyway, I won't divert. So we give him the double drags underneath bench. You know, keep him honest. Because we got lots of things we can do to keep the ball moving. We don't always have to shoot downfield. We just like to. So here we go. We're going to get back up into that empty. And watch the audibles. See that? The hot routes, I'm sorry. Everything done. We just got to motion them in and make our read. Now we finally getting his attention. You see him? We finally getting his attention. But he thought he was going to bait me. Nah, I watch his user. He never really sold on it proper. So all we have to do is wait to clear him, and we let it go. And then we hurry it up, get him with a stretch. 1 yard line. We could hurry it up and do it again, but I mean, we're at the 1 yard line. Let it run. Get into your goal line offense and give him the business. See, so y'all see how smooth and efficient this offense is, right? Like, we moving the rock, we getting in the end zone. No problems at all. Right now, this is the last possession. We end up with 35 points. So, you know, we're going to go back to it because we love it, right? And this time, I think I waited too long there. Yeah, I did. I absolutely had other reads. The shallow crosser was open. But that's okay, because that's not what y'all came to see, right? So let's give you what you came to see. Let's get back into this empty. See if he's got the right defense called this time. Well, there is no right defense, is there? I mean, maybe cover 1, but then we just going to take that crosser or the deep dig. We took the deep dig there, but see, that's where you probably want Christian McCaffrey. Them running backs got bricks for hands, man. I love throwing those to Amari Cooper, boy. He lays out, makes that look pretty. So we're looking at 3rd and 10. We're going to get into our U-trips again. I think we're on 2 or 3 out of U-trips right now. Oh, this one to Tyreek got me upset, man. He was open, we made the pass, and I don't know how that didn't. I don't know what happened there. But that's all right. I got enough firepower that I'm not afraid to go for it on 4th and 10. Not at all. This Pats playbook, every down, every distance is playable, you know? So I'm focused on the deep dig though, because I know he gonna get me what I want, and I got him. See, so Sammy gonna catch that. My running back might not, but Sammy will. And we gonna get back into empty. Oh no, we're not yet. We can give him that U-trip one more time. And I got the streak open, you know. I didn't see it. The streak was open. I'm only just realizing it now as I'm watching it. But that's right, I'm glad I missed it, because like I said, this video ain't about that streak. Quarterback's mad tired. We're gonna have to use a timeout though. Trying to move it around and all that stuff like you do when you're switching between formations. But he was too tired, so we burned one. And now let's see. He's starting to get used to that streak, so we're gonna hit him with this. This route combo is very, very good. He gonna chase Y, I go hit RB. You jump down on RB, I'm gonna hit X. Those three routes, you ain't gonna guard them. Not with anything. You got to have 3 users on the field. You know what I mean? You ain't guarding those. And if you focused on that streak, which you should be, even harder to guard those, because you shouldn't be. You won't be in the right defense. You won't even be remotely prepared for it if you guard the streak. And you are not guarding the streak. I should have hit the streak there. Man. I missed another one. And see, that's what happens when you're new in the offense, bro. It absolutely happens when you're new to an offense. But that's alright. It gives me a chance to show y'all how these out routes work from in close. So we'll go pick up our first down. And he hadn't even seen that yet. I hadn't even run that in game yet. 4th down. Perfect time to run a new play. But you know how routes work. So it ain't all that scary. Now I think we need to go get a touchdown though, right? Ain't but so many times I'm gonna miss the streak, baby. So we pick up our 7. Yeah, thanks for rocking with me. Yeah, go pick up this offense. You need this in your life. Trust me when I tell you. The Pats playbook is on fire.